Good evening.
I am Xavier Lopez, President of KidZania, and I'm very happy today to receive here in KidZania Jakarta my professor, Mr. Kotler, which happens to be the guru of marketing in the world. Welcome to KidZania.
So happy to see you again after 20 years, and I am so proud of you and what you have created for the happiness of children to help them also figure out what they want to do in life. And it's too often they figure it out too late. You're helping to solve the problem.
Yeah, since young age.
Yeah.
I think what we do in KidZania, Professor Kotler, is we really combine three things. We combine children with their fun, education, but most important, we bring brands and companies to become closer to these families. So being you kind of the guru of marketing you are, I want to have your perception on what do you think it's good for companies to support this key educational, value promoter concept like KidZania.
Yes, well, I've always said that companies have to do more than just make products and make money. They also have an impact on society, and they should contribute to the education of the future generation who will be managing the world in the future, and your system allows them to manage the world better.
Okay. That's the whole idea. As you know, KidZania is not only about kind of having fun, but also having a kind of an enrichment of an activity or an experience.
Yes.
So we really base a lot on the education side, and I think companies can support this, this educational by promoting here different kind of establishments that we have here in the city.
Yes, I believe their support of your efforts is key to making this work. In fact, I would think that companies would be competing to be one of the sponsors of a pharmacy or sponsors of a hospital or a bank in order to make it work well, because I'm sure they participate in the development of the exhibit and the process, and that they will learn something from doing that themselves.
Yeah. I remember when I was in class with you, maybe 20 years ago, you started saying about new concepts that really kind of are now together our everyday concepts. Things like experiential marketing or social marketing, and I think that's what KidZania is about. We do marketing when the children does an experience, when they do the activity, when we put the products and services into the hands of children. And I think this is social because it's really making a difference, teaching kids to give back and all this educational. So really, I learned a lot from you, and I hope this is a good example of what you've been teaching to thousands of students all over the world.
Well, I think that was a great inspiration. The fact that I had you in a class on international marketing, and you began to think in your own life what you want to do to give something back for the education you received. And I wish more people who sit in my class can follow your example. Would you mind if I report this to our Kellogg people when I get back, and so we can honor you for this kind of accomplishment?
No, it will be a privilege. I'm very proud about being a Kellogg a former student, so I will be more than happy to share this unique experience of my business with of course all of our Kelloggians all around the world.
Very good. Well, it's my pleasure, and let me just wish you the best of luck. I do want to see the same thing in my city of Chicago, the city you were trained in. So that is on your agenda, I hope.
Yes, of course. The good news is that really our mission is really to take KidZania to as many children as possible. Wonderful. So in order to do that, we already have 8 units operating in the world, some in Asia, 2 in Mexico, 2 in Japan, Dubai, Seoul, and Lisbon. Yeah. And we're under construction on 13 new cities, 6 of them in Asia, 3 in Europe, and 2 in South America. But our dream, of course, is to go to the US. The US is the biggest and most competitive market in the world. So we're in the process of getting KidZania to the American children. And we're looking today, as we speak, we're looking for a good location. First, we want to be where the children are. Yes. So we're looking at the largest cities in the US. We're exploring today locations in New York, LA, and Chicago.
Wonderful.
I hope it will be Chicago, which is our hometown. Yes. I know that's where you live. I love the place. I think it's really middle America. And I also like the weather component that is cold. So since we're in an indoor experience, I think we'll only add to have a good experience in Chicago.
Well, the best of luck to you, and we're all very proud of this whole enterprise, and I can see it from the happy expressions of all the people here that they're having a great time and learning a lot too. Thank you.
That's the whole idea. Thank you, Philip Kotler.